pretty remarkable what Ring of Honor has been able to do. Like you alluded to, they're about to break an attendance record that they have, which is pretty. It's definitely a remarkable feat. And obviously, with the Women of Honor being such a huge part of that. Now, as I start to wind it down a bit here, I was just curious. You mentioned Deonna Purrazzo being somebody you wanted to wrestle. Do you have any other sort of dream match in wrestling? Somebody you really, really want to be able to face in your career?
So, like someone that would actually be a possibility, or like the fantasy anybody from any time kind of thing?
Well, I was kind of thinking as somebody it's a possibility, somebody out there that would be able to wrestle.
Well, oh boy. There are so many women right now, and there are, because of what's going on with women's wrestling, a lot of women who wanted to become involved in wrestling are starting to see that there could be a place for them. I think there are a lot of women who maybe just didn't think that there would be an opportunity for them, but now that they're seeing that, hey, I can really do this and go somewhere with it, we're just getting so many more women that are stepping up. So it's just so difficult, and I don't know if I've ever really answered this question because it's such a difficult question to answer. It's there. I think there are just so many amazing women, and there are so many women who I don't even know about yet. and I want to work with everybody I can. I want to go everywhere I can, and just push myself and challenge myself with everyone. And it's the great thing about wrestling is that it is it's this kind of collaboration. So the way I might work with one person is going to be different when I'm combined with someone else. So every time I step in the ring with somebody, it's going to be something else, and it's going to bring out a different part of me. I definitely would really like to have a singles match with Kimber Lee, and that's something she and I have talked about, that we've been in the ring together, but we haven't gotten to have a singles one-on-one. Another person I haven't gotten to be in the ring one-on-one with is Mia Yim. So I think those would definitely be on my list. But I don't want to discount all of the women they're working so hard, and you never know where somebody's going to just break out, and we're going to see some really really incredible talent.
Absolutely. The women's division in Ring of Honor, women's wrestling in general, is definitely elevating its game. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Not because women's wrestling seems like it's going to be elevating further 5 years, but kind of where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I don't know if I will be wrestling in the ring full time in 5 years, though it is certainly a possibility. Because as I mentioned before, I'm not really interested in letting, a number on a page stop me or slow me down. So as long as I'm, still enjoying it and really able to push myself and challenge myself, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't necessarily continue to perform in the ring. But I also, I really love a lot of different aspects of wrestling, and I love being able to sort of try to elevate other performers and other talent and kind of help them find the way. There was a long time where I didn't have anybody doing that for me, but then when I did have people, helping me and showing me the way and kind of answering my questions and giving me really good guidance, I'm very grateful for that. So I would love to be that person for some people and help this evolution even continue more. So I think that could take so many forms. It could be, sometimes I kind of joke that I need to sort of make up a job title, because I have a lot of people that will come to me, and sometimes they'll be sent to me from some of the men that are great mentors, but they say, hey, you know what, you need to talk to a female, and they'll say, email Kelly. And so I kind of have become this little quasi-consultant, and I'll just, brainstorm with people and give them, feedback and ideas and insight and things like that. So, I would love to continue things like that, whether I was doing that as a trainer or, working even on kind of the other side, on the production and business side, or any combination thereof. I mean, if I could be a personality as well as be in that sort of coach or mentor capacity and be part of, the kind of production and business side to just help facilitate all of this. Any of those things I think would be great, and there would be ways that I could really stay working with wrestling and being part of this kind of evolution for a long time.
Now, you've had quite a dominant run, within Ring of Honor. Just was curious, do you have a favorite match or maybe a couple favorite matches that you've had so far?
I definitely enjoyed my match with Candice LeRae. That was probably, I would say, for my own personal history, that was an historic match. We really pushed each other to the limits, and that was really, really, I guess, just fun for me to go outside of my kind of comfort zone and push even further. And then I've always loved ODB, and I've loved her work over the years. I got to work with her one time when I was really, really new and really didn't know what I was doing, and she was amazing. So it really meant a lot to me to get to work with her when I could come just as a person and be just in a different season of my career and contribute, and not to where she was having to kind of do all the work and drag me along. It was somewhere where we could really kind of go toe to toe. So that was really interesting, just comparison and experience for me. And I've had a few matches over the years, either facing or tagging with Taylor Hendricks, and we have always had interesting chemistry together, whether it's opposing or attempting in some way to work together. So I've always enjoyed, kind of just seeing what goes on there. And then probably one of the most amazing people to work with, and I would like to work with her more as much as possible, is Sumi Sakai. She is just a consummate veteran. She's so gracious, and she's always willing to help people and give them, that kind of guidance and insight and feedback that, I like to give to people who have less experience than I do. And then, she's got at least, twice as much experience in time, but probably way more than that if you really take into account just everything she's done. So anytime I get to work with her, it's really something I enjoy, and I feel like I just learn so much from.
Well, this has been, a ton of fun. Love talking some women's wrestling with you. And just the final thing here, Supercard of Honor is this coming Saturday in Lakeland, Florida. It's going to be a huge show. Obviously, you versus Deonna Purrazzo. But where can the fine folks find Kelly Klein, whether it be social media or otherwise?
The best way to see what I'm up to is you can definitely follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both are at Real Kelly Klein. And then I'm on Facebook, and I use that, a little bit, but I probably update Twitter more with events. But any of those places are places where you can kind of follow me, see what I'm doing, and reach out. I love hearing from people. I get messages sometimes from people just telling me that I've been an inspiration for them, or just that I've entertained them, or I've, distracted them from something, difficult that they're going through, and giving them, some time to just have fun. Any of those things are always wonderful to hear. So, but if you have anything bad to say, send it to somebody else.
Well, well said. This has been awesome, and we are definitely looking forward to you, continuing your streak there in Ring of Honor and your dominant run, and definitely looking forward to this Saturday night at the Supercard of Honor. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Yep, have a good night, and good luck Saturday.